Hello everyone, it's me, Lord Quay Wolfie, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded on here. I just have a rant to take care of for today. I'm not going to do a storytime video right now. Alright, the rant will be on the Gacha Community, in which case, some of you have probably heard of the community before. And the reason why I'm ranting is because of a thing I've seen on Instagram. I've seen like a few posts about it. People have been faking their own suicides / deaths, whichever you want to call the thing they're doing. And the thing is that it happened after one person who did it. I'm not naming names because I would rather not name their names or anything. Even though I know one person in particular did it. But the reason for it is because of online drama situations. Apparently cyberbullying is making people fake suicides, and most of the gacha community are kids, from what I've seen or have heard. At any rate, whichever way you want to look at the perspective I'm going through. And the thing is that faking suicide is just not okay, and especially considering the fact that you're not justified. It's definitely not okay there. I mean, I did it back in 2018 because of online drama, but at least I had a justifiable reason for it, so I was justified. You're just doing it for no reason. So let's say someone's just disrespecting your opinion. Like, it's just an opinion. Come on. Now that's part of the trend. And then there's obviously this weird flying high or whatever it was. It just relates to people, quote-unquote, passing away or whatever. And yet you don't even know who, quote-unquote, passed away, and yet you're not even showing proof of the suicide that you're talking about. So, let's say someone faked suicide and there is no proof of them actually doing it. There's just no proof, because it's just that. I mean, sure, it'd be a little stupid to just show like a dead body. I mean, come on, no one's gonna do that. At least not that I know of. But that's beside the point. Point is, don't fake suicide. It's just not okay to do it for no reason. You don't have a justifiable reason. I mean, I tried to cyberbully into believing I was dead. Got them to stand down, and they got hacked, but I was justified for it. I was justified. I had a justifiable reason. You don't even have a reason. If you're trying to trick someone, fine. You have a reason. But if you're just doing it because of drama and there's no in particular reason or anything, then you need to grow up and think it through before you actually do it. Because, obviously there's no proof of you being dead, and this entire faking suicide is just pathetic. I mean, I know for a fact there's a YouTuber that has faked suicide. I'm not naming his name, but I think some of you have heard of him before. I will not name his name, though, because I don't need to cause drama with a person that has more subscribers than me. I don't need to deal with that type of shit. Even though I've sort of done it before. But I'm not wanting to go through it again. That's the last thing I need. But seriously, but that's besides the point, though. I mean, if you're doing something without a reason, then you have no right to even do that. I'm not saying that it's not your choice, but I'm just saying it's sort of pathetic to do it without a reason. It's just the most pathetic thing. I mean, and for those of you that were with me back in 2018 when I only used one channel for my uploads, you'd know for a fact I faked suicide to trick a cyberbully known as FNAF Kid Fan UTTP. In which case, I had a reason for that. The entire faking suicide thing. So, if someone's treating you like a complete asshole all 24/7, then you probably have the A-OK reason to just be like, alright, I'm gonna fake suicide. But if you're gonna fake suicide, at least give your friends the warning, otherwise they're gonna be crying their butts off. I'm just trying to keep this appropriate. I'm trying. I really am. I'm trying to keep it as appropriate as possible. But anyway, the thing about what you're doing in the gacha community is making the gacha community itself look bad. So I would really appreciate it if you'd stop it. I mean, come on, I've already seen like one post where it mentioned I believe it was one of the gacha games being put onto Brazilian news or something. I don't know. Something along the lines of that, and seriously, you're making things look bad. It's either that or it's just photoshopped. I can't really say, because I'm not the one that found the picture or anything like that, so don't judge what I think. And there's a 50-50 chance it's real, so don't judge. I'm not even sure. But faking suicide is only going to make the community look bad, honestly. Stop making your communities look bad. It's just going to make things go to crap. So hard to keep this appropriate when I'm used to swearing a lot. Oh gosh. But honestly, if you're faking suicide, just be a dummy. Then it's just wrong. I don't even know how many times I swear. If you catch me swearing throughout this video, then you know, I think you can figure it out. Figure something out, whichever. But anyway, side notes aside. Any community that involves faking suicide and NSFW when the community is literally meant for kids is just not something I can approve of. I've experienced going through some of that stuff, especially the faking suicide thing, but, you know, that's beside the point. It just needs to stop. That trend just needs to stop right now. Faking suicide does not need to be a trend. A quote-unquote trend, I should say. But whichever. They're considering it a trend, I'm not quoting it. At least for some people are. Some people are, but many people disapprove of that. And, like, seriously, if one person literally died, you don't need to do the same thing of suicide or whatever. That's just related to suicide, honestly. It's pathetic. But you're just literally making the gacha community look bad, and it's already looking bad enough. So you know it's not okay. Yeah, there's obviously more stuff I could say about the gacha community. I mean, I've heard about people doing art stealing, but you know that needs to stop in general. And there's already been plenty of rants on that. So it's like, I'm not gonna do a rant on something that's already been talked about 1,000 times. So. Yeah, that's sort of beside the point. I'd rather not talk about art stealing because I have no criticism on that. I don't need to get myself involved with that. But the NSFW stuff could be made, but it shouldn't be posted if it does get made. So you know, and just don't do NSFW posts if you're in a community that's made for kids, because honestly, it's just stupid, and you're just making the community look bad, especially the gacha community. The gacha community has been going through that like a lot itself, and now this weird suicide trend thing, and the flying high thing or whatever. I think there's like a hashtag relating to the first person that caused this trend to actually be a thing. I can't say for certain. I believe there is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe there was something like that. And honestly, I do not approve of it. I mean, I approve that you're trying to care about someone that quote unquote died, but you didn't see proof of them being dead, so therefore you don't have the okay to do that. I'm just trying to come up with the right words, and sometimes I think you already know what I'm trying to say before I say it. But honestly, don't do something that's not meant for kids in a kids community, because it's just gonna look like crap at the end of the day, and you're gonna probably get on the news. That this is just not something I can approve of in itself, and I'm honestly surprised I can act so calm about it and yet still be mad at the same time. It's sort of weird, but I just disapprove of this entire faking suicide thing. It's not okay, and obviously you're just gonna make your fans cry. Let's be honest. You're making your own fan base cry their butts off, like a lot, and you're gonna lose support when you return from faking your death. Believe me, I have been there. I would know for a fact. No, I wasn't part of the Gacha community at the time. So, I knew about the Gacha community, but I didn't join it. I sort of did on my main channel, but I didn't really do anything too much videos. And then obviously there's just loads of things relating around the Gacha community. I'm just gonna rant on as much as I can one video. Because why the heck not? Obviously, that's enough about the faking suicide thing. Let's just shut it up. Right there, I don't want to talk about it again. I don't need to discuss things of my past at the same time, because I'm not gonna explain the full story of myself faking suicide just to trick a cyberbully. I'm not gonna explain the full story. I didn't go into full detail. There's more to the story than that. Believe me. This is different story time for another video. But, anyway, moving on. The art stealing thing has been happening in the Gacha community as well, and I disapprove of that too. Despite me not being an artist, I can definitely say it's just stupid. To just steal someone's art. Sure, you're probably thinking, I'm just wanting to be good at art. Like, seriously, you don't steal art in order to become quote-unquote good. You practice your way through. You work your way there. Your art style is meant to be unique. You don't just take someone's artwork, post it onto your social media page, and be like, here's my art. If there's a watermark on it, which it should have the person's username, then obviously people are going to know that you stole it. But if you end up stealing in general, watermark or not, then you're probably going to get in trouble by the original owner, one way or the other, if you don't give them credit. If you don't give the owner credit, just by there being a watermark on it, showing their username, then you're going to get in trouble. Either way, you're going to get in trouble. That's what I'm saying. But it's sort of stupid to just do that. It's already happened to some people. And it's happened to plenty enough people in other communities, which I can definitely say I disapprove of it at all. So don't get me wrong. It's a bad thing. Those are just the main things I've heard on Instagram. And then obviously there's this one thing I heard on YouTube about a bot account named Liam. Now, Liam is a bot account that comments on any video that relates to Gacha, from what I know, because I know for a fact when I made that read the description video on my main channel, I mentioned Gacha, and Liam, quote unquote, that name, because I don't want to make it seem like it's a real one, just comments something stupid on that video, and obviously I had to hide the user from the channel, and then just report the comment in order to get it deleted, because it's just stupid, honestly. And for those of you making bots and sending weird links to just do something to like their users within the Gacha community or whichever community you're from or whatever. That just needs to stop. I mean, it started with like some type of other YouTube channels. I think related to non-copyright music or whatever. To start out with, and now it's spreading to Gacha communities, like like fan bases, not communities, but I think you know what I mean. Fan bases make communities, so you know you can stop whining at me for that. Even though I may not know that for certain, but I just say my opinion on that. But the entire thing about botting and sending weird links in order to do something to communities is just not okay. I disapprove. And if you bot me, I'll obviously hide your channel and then report your comment for spam if you send like weird links or whatever. Or it is, or just say wanna be friends, because the wanna be friends comment can be very dangerous if it's a bot. I mean, if you are subscribed to the real person of that bot account, then you're most likely fine. But if you see bots of them, they're just hiding their subscriber count to be like, hey, I'm this person. They make it seem like they're a person that they're not. It gets people hacked. Believe me, it's probably happened to like many accounts before. And obviously I'm not the first one to rant on that type of topic. But it's just stupid. Like honestly, if you're going to say want to be friends, make an actual account that doesn't get people hacked. And actually talk like a normal human being. Don't just do this weird similar message. Don't just summon another bot account and just say the same thing over and over again, because it can be counted as spam one way or the other, and then obviously those comments will be taken down. At least it could be. Yeah, if nothing else. But if you just see that, if you see a comment saying want to be friends, don't interact with it, especially if their sub count is hidden. I mean, if it's like a real person, then fine. But if they're not a real person, if they're not the real person that they're using the username of or whatever, don't accept that, because if you interact with that comment, you're gonna get hacked. No joke. I kid you not, and I have heard it through videos multiple times. I mean, it's probably taken care of, but out of what I've seen with the entire Liam account situation, it's not really taken care of. I mean, it's only spread to like one other community. What the frick? I had to say frick because I don't want to swear. I'm just trying to not use a bad word for once. Because I have too much of a habit of that. So, you know how that is. Thing is that if you're actually going to be friends with someone, don't go hacking them after they interact with your comment or whatever, or subscribe to you or something, because honestly, it's just not okay. You're breaking the law. If you're hacking someone, you're breaking the law. You really are. I know there's people that actually do it, but honestly, it's against the law. But however, if it's part of a movie and it's just an act, fine, whatever. But otherwise, it's just not okay. I can say that for certain, without even needing to do it. But I'll have you know that one of my neighbors is actually a hacker. So that's just that. But that's beside the point. I'm not naming his name right now. That's gonna be a different story as well. But I'm just pointing that out right now. So if you're a hacker, turn yourself in. Just admit it. You're breaking the law or whatever. Because honestly, it's just not okay. I disprove that, but I know I'm sort of changing topics here and there, but as long as it relates to the topic that I'm discussing, fine. Because let's say, because obviously you've seen me talk about my experience with faking suicide. We'll talk about the Gacha Community faking suicide because of what I've seen on Instagram and all that. So, that's a good example. But honestly, if you're doing anything like that, you're just gonna break. Believe me. Yeah, I ended up breaking And I don't mean like breaking as in you're gonna break your legs. No, that's not what I mean. I mean mentally break. And emotionally break too. You know, your emotions are gonna end up broken. I've been there. And honestly, I'm trying to fix that myself. You know, I'm doing what I can. So, you know, such things can only be triggered when I'm mad though. So, and that's the only time I actually break, to be honest. But I'm just trying my best not to reveal that side. It's hard to even comprehend that type of fact. But I think you'll understand what I mean by that. So, but for those of you just following these horrible trends like faking death or whatever, it's just not okay. I keep saying whatever because I don't know what other things are trends within other communities. I can't really discuss it. I mean, there's art stealing. I mean, that's a thing as well. If you want to steal some art from anyone, you can steal it from family, because at least with family you won't exactly get into much trouble for it. So let's say someone drew your favorite character and they're just doing it through like digital artwork or something, and they post it onto their social media, and you could literally just ask that family member for it, right? Or for giving you your own copy or something. It just makes life easier that way. Okay, if you want something, just ask someone. I mean, come on. If there's any drama going on like that again, and happens on here next, just know that if you have arguments, you can come to me, because I'm actually part of the argument ending gang. So you can come talk to me. You can just comment, hey, I have online drama, can you help? It's just simple to ask that of me, because I would be glad to help you. And the thing is that I believe I heard of this entire faking suicide trend and this weird flying high trend as well going on in the Gacha community after I not really posted, but sent someone their outro, because I was being asked to make outros at the time. Only 2 people asked, so I had to send those through Instagram. I will admit, I wanted to help. I felt like helping someone, and I was in the mood for it. So they got me a good time. They're good people. They appreciated it. So well, if you check my Instagram, you'll see 2 videos that I'm actually tagged in because I made them. And for those specific people, and feel free to follow them if you want. They're good people. And I'd help them again if they wanted it. I'd do it all again in a heartbeat. But it's sort of weird that I find such info after I send like the second outro to the second person. I mean, come on, it's like, really, you're fake. People are faking suicide. You're kids. Come on, I know that there are those kids that have Instagram, but let's be honest, Instagram is not meant for kids too much. I mean, with all the 18 and up posts that happen through loads of accounts, it's just not a thing that should be for kids. I mean, sure, you can lie about your age so that way you can get away with it, but come on. Faking your age is just stupid. Let's be honest about that. I mean, I did join Instagram back in 2018, so I've been on there for a while now. For about a year, going on to 2 years now. So, that's just how I know what's going on so much. And I'm sure you're probably thinking, I didn't find info about people faking suicide in the Gacha community. I'm sure you're probably thinking that, and then you're probably thinking of commenting that. Before you say anything, you're probably just not following the right people that give away such info. Let's be honest. Sometimes there are people that give away that just give out such info, and then there's those accounts that ignore it. They're like, alright, whatever. I'm not gonna post this stuff. I'll make it my own version of that, or whatever, because I have other things to do. I mean, if you have homework, fine, I understand why you wouldn't want to post it, but come on. If it's kids faking suicide, at least I believe it would be kids at this point, since that's the majority of the Gacha community, then obviously there's a problem, and that's more important, because, you know, let's be honest, kids faking suicide is the last thing we need. We've already got, like, teens and adults doing it. We don't need kids to be part of that type of a thing. I do not approve of that. You know, it's just unapproving. And for me, I disapprove. And honestly, I think everyone else could like, not approve of it. You know, I just cannot approve faking suicide after what I've done. I mean, sure, I went back to the first topic, honestly. Yeah, but, you know, there's really nothing else I could really discuss. Yeah, I have nothing else to say about that. It's not okay to do any of that stuff. Obviously I keep hearing stuff about racism, and, apparently people are assuming that, my online friend Zach Max is a racist. There are people doing that, and, I'll actually leap to Zach Max's defense on that. Like, to my own perspective, even though people are going to assume that I'm quote-unquote manipulated. And obviously, I can definitely say that for a fact I've seen the quote-unquote evidence that Zach Max's haters have of that, so it's sort of hilarious that they believe that evidence. For the ones that betrayed Zach Max, it's sort of funny. In a way, I find it funny that they're believing that. But that's beside the point, that's unrelated, but, you know, I'm just saying that could be the next rant. I mean, come on. Let's be honest, I need to leap to people's defense here. I don't do it much anymore. It's been almost, I haven't really done it since, a specific event. Well, not really event, but situation that I went through on my own back in 2019, so, you know, it's getting close to a year since I haven't defended someone, to be honest. So, you know, I need to defend my online friends more. Or I know. I know what you're thinking. But, anyway, that's unrelated. I'm just saying that. I'm just relating that stuff about racism, so you know what I'm going to rant on next. After probably part 2 of the storytime video relating around my online relationship. And all that, so. You know, I just thought I'd reference that. Anyway, I do apologize if I got any of my facts wrong in this video. If I ended up doing that, then I do apologize in advance for that. You don't need to tell me, hey, you got this fact wrong, or whatever, because I can probably guess that's what you're going to say in the comments. And I've already seen, like, a few posts relating around the faking suicide quote-unquote trend that they're mentioning. I wanted to quote-unquote it this time because why the frick not? I'm using frick, so, you know, I'm not using the F word or anything. I mean, I could. I mean, I mentioned it, but it doesn't mean anything too much. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that. I hope you all enjoyed this, video or rant, whatever you want to call it. And I will see you all in the, in tonight's live stream. And it'll actually be the last time I do this. Tried attempting this 3-day live stream. It'll be the last time, so, you know, goodbye.